So then we can find our axis of symmetry, which we'll call AOS, is x equals negative b over 2a, which is negative 2 over 2 times negative 1, which is negative 2 over negative 2. Negative 2 over negative 2 is positive 1. So I'm going to do a really bad rendition of a graph, but just hopefully forgive me for being such a... Okay, so that's that. I can find my vertex because I know that is going to be here. And then I take 1, and I can plug it back in here. So I'm going to get 1, 2 minus 1, 1 and 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Oh, 1 comma 1. Sweet. Being our A value is negative, our pattern graph is going to be negative 1, negative 3, negative 5. Is that okay? So from there, I'm going to go right 1, down 1, left 1, down 1. So that's going to put me at, that's 1 comma 1, that's 2 comma 0, that's 0 comma 0. And then if I go right 1 and down 3, 1, 2, 3, that puts me at 1, 2, 3, 3, negative 3. And then left 1, down 3, negative 1, negative 3. And there's our parabola. All right, cool. Any other questions?
5.
Number 5. Ooh, with that 1/2 in there, huh? Yeah, that's a good question. I won't graph it, but I'm just going to show you real quick how to do it. And I will not test you on one like this, but it will just for sake of knowing how to approach it. So x equals negative b over 2a. So you have negative 2 over 2 times half. Well, 2 times half. So it's just think about it. If you just had this for a problem, that would give me 1, right?
Yeah.
So that means on the bottom, this is going to be negative 2 over 1, which is just negative 2. And then you could do the rest of the problem. But I will not test you on one like that. But just basically what this half does is it makes the parabola real fat, like that.
Yeah, I got it figured.
Yeah, it's called a vertical stretch, or a horizontal it's called a horizontal compression because it made it fat. So, but those are just terms, the math dork terms, not you don't have to know terms. All right, so let's put kind of some hints up there. So first thing we're going to do when doing this, you label A equals, B equals, C equals. Okay. Second thing you do is you find the axis of symmetry, which is x equals negative b over 2a. And then be sure it is a dotted line, dotted vertical line. Third step is negative b over 2a, comma, plug in. Okay, so this would be to find the vertex. Fourth step is a times 1, 3, 5. If a equals a positive number, up, good. If an a is equal to a negative number, down. And then fifth step, label points. Okay? Does that make sense? Does that give you enough information? Yeah. Yeah, and then you just distribute it over. So if the a was equal to like negative 3, you go negative 3 times 1, negative 3 times 3, negative 3 times 5. Is that all right? All right, so I'm going to pause my... Sometimes our parabolas are given to us in factored form. We've worked with factors. We've spent 6 weeks on factoring. Well, I remember it. Well, then you repeat this class next year. I have no other way to decipher that. So when you know where it crosses the x-axis, you take a look at this. So this is factored, right? It's in 2 sets of parentheses. So I'm going to go x minus 2 equals 0. So that's x equals 2. That gives me 2 comma 0, which is here. And then this one, x plus 3 equals 0. Subtract 3 from both sides. So x equals negative 3. So that gives me negative 3 comma 0. So you have 2 comma 0, negative 3 comma 0. Is there any part of that that doesn't make sense? So what do you think would have to happen in between those 2 points? Being a parabola folds over on top of itself. What do you think has to happen in between those? Yeah. So we have to figure out. First off, there is an axis of symmetry. There is an AOS. But I'm not going to use negative b over 2a. Because it's a parabola and because I could fold it over, that blue dot could fall on top of that red dot if I folded it over. So what is halfway between negative 3 and 2? Yeah, so if I come in 1, I come in 1, come in another one, come in another one. Oh, wait a minute. Halfway. So let's go this. Negative 3 and 2. Okay? That means negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1. Okay? These were my 2 little endpoints. Agree? Okay, so if I'm going to come in 1, I'm going to come in 1. Agree? I'm going to come in 1, or come into 0. And I'm going to come in here. So I stopped my endpoints. I need to figure out what is between negative 1 and 0.
Negative 0.5.
Negative 0.5. Excellent. Negative 1/2. So in between these is my axis of symmetry. Okay? So x equals negative 1/2 is my axis of symmetry, which is the x component of my vertex. So I get negative 1/2 comma something. Well, I'm going to take that half and I'm going to plug it into those x values. So this is where you have to have a little bit of number literacy. So I'm going to go 1/2 minus 2, 1/2 plus 3. Well, shoot. I have something called a calculator that if I can't do the math real quick, let's see, 1 divided by 2 is 0.5 minus 2.
Wouldn't it be negative 1/2?
It is negative 1/2. Negative 1/2. Ooh, yeah, baby. Negative 1/2. Negative 1/2. All right. So negative 1/2 minus 2. So this gives me negative 2.5. Again, I'm using a calculator, right? Oh, I can use a calculator? Yeah. Okay, negative 2.5. And then I have negative 1/2 plus 3, 2.5. And then I'm going to go negative 2.5 times 2.5. So that's going to give me negative 6.25. Negative 6.25. So here, now 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6.25. So that's the point right there. Negative 0.5, negative 6.25. How did I get that? I used a calculator. Oh, I don't have a calculator. Yeah, you have a $900 iPhone, but you don't have a calculator? Oh, no, I got rid of that app on there. There's intelligence. There's my parabola. Done. Okay, so wait a minute. You mean to tell me that halfway in between 2 points is the axis of symmetry on a parabola? Yeah. Somewhere on that axis of symmetry exists my vertex? Yeah. Well, I don't get how to do it. All right, so ready? X minus 4 equals 0. Add 4 to both sides. That gives me the point 4 comma 0. Still with me? Right there. X plus 1 equals 0. Subtract 1 from both sides. So I get negative 1 comma 0. There it is. So I get 4 comma 0, and I get negative 1 comma 0. Is it okay that I get a decimal or a fraction? Well, being they exist in the real number system, I'd say yeah. Okay, so let's think. Let's think about this. I have negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Would it be 1.5?
Let's see. If I come in 1, I come in 1. Okay, I come in 1. I come in 1. Hey, what's halfway between 1 and 2? And it is 1.5. Holy cow. So I get 1.5. I got a decimal. I give up. You got a calculator, though. Oh. No, don't give up. 1.5 minus 4. So 1.5 minus 4. That's negative 2.5. 1.5 plus 1 is 2.5. Oh, wait a minute. This is going to give me negative 6.25 again. So negative 1.5, here's my axis of symmetry. Okay, so I'm going to get negative, or get 1.5 comma negative 6.25, which is right down here. So 1.5 negative 6.25. So sometimes it might be written in factored form. There's 3 points I established from the factored form. 2 of them were given by setting whatever you have in parentheses equal to 0. Okay? Moving on. Ready? Hey friends, what do you think this negative is going to do? I'm not going to distribute anything. What do you think a negative out in front is going to do to our parabola? Down. So this is going to make it go open down. Okay, that's totally fine. We just kind of keep that in mind. So then I'm going to take x minus 1, set it equal to 0, add 1 to both sides. So I get 1 comma 0. Agree? Do x plus 4 equals 0. Subtract 4 from both sides. So that gives me negative 4 comma 0. Agree? All right, so I have negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1. Maybe this one will work. Okay, I'm going to come in 1. I'm going to come in 1. I'm going to come in 1 more. I'm going to come in 1 more. Oh, shoot. What's halfway between negative 1 and negative 2? Yeah, so negative 1.5. Is it okay that we get fractions? No, I give up. Why? You have a calculator. Okay, it's frustrating to me because a lot of you will give up right away. Fraction, I'm done. Can't do it. You can't just stop. You can't just give up. Don't be afraid. You have a calculator. It's going to work. I promise you. All right, so I get negative 1.5 comma something. All right, let's figure this out. So I get negative, and I get negative 1.5 minus 1, and negative 1.5 plus 4. So, doing the calculator, I get negative, parentheses, negative 1.5 minus 1, parentheses, parentheses, negative 1.5 plus 4, close parentheses. I keep getting the 6.25. I didn't, your teacher didn't have that creative in mind. Okay, remember we said this parabola is opening down? Well, if I'm at negative 1.5 at 6.25, you're right up here. Does this make sense that our parabola is going open downward? I hope so. There it is. Yeah, it's actually how free fall works. Free fall equation in math. Okay, let's see, I had that one. I got 2 left. I can do these. We good? We happy? Did I just do this one?
No, it feels like we've done like.
I actually just did that one, didn't I?
No, you didn't.
We did it.
It's a negative 4.
Oh, it's a negative 4. Oh, never mind. Okay, we can do it. Okay, good deal. All right, it's a negative 4. All right, so what is this negative going to do? What's the negative going to do? Down. And we're just writing us a note, so if it's something weird happens. So I'm going to go x minus 1 equals 0, x minus 4 equals 0. Hey, did I bring that negative down at all? No. What's that negative going to do? Make it go down. I'm going to add 1 to both sides. So I get 1 comma 0. And good. Add 4 to both sides and 4 comma 0. So I get 1 comma 0 and 4 comma 0. What do you think? I like 2.5. Does it appear that halfway between these is 2.5? Does that make sense? Oh, baby. X equals 2.5. So that's this axis of symmetry. Agree? So, ready? I have negative 2.5 minus 1, 2.5 minus 4. We got a calculator. Negative parentheses 2.5 minus 1 parentheses 2.5 minus 4 close parentheses. Positive 2.25. So hang on. I got 2.5 comma 2.25. 2.5, 2.25. Does this make sense that my parabola should be opening downward? Whoa. And the reason I'm showing you ones, and I can assure you the ones that you'll have on homework, it'll actually come out to a whole number. It's not going to come out to a fraction. But I don't want you to fear a fraction, especially when you get this opportunity to use. Okay? Well, I don't understand how to do fraction. And then go back to 3rd grade. 3/4 is 3 divided by 4. That's it. I don't know how you missed that day in 3rd grade. I really don't. Last problem. Help me out here. Are those the same? Okay. I have both of them being the same, so I'm going to get negative 2. Oh. What do you think that point is? Well, a straight line is going to go right through it. Straight dotted line. Because your teacher is not that bright. You all know me. I'm as bright as a keyhole and as sharp as a marble. There we go. Dan's trying to figure out how a marble's sharp. All right, what do you think? What do you think? What can you tell me that negative 2 comma 0? What do you really think that negative 2 comma 0 is? It definitely is a point. What do you think? Nope. It's not the A value. Yeah. It is AOS. And what always happens on the AOS? But I have a dot. I only have one dot that I gave me. Is it okay that the vertex rests on the x-axis? Pretty sure it's totally okay. All right. So if this happens, what you do is you take a look and you say, okay, if I were to multiply those together, that would just give me x squared. So that means that my pattern graph is going to be 135. If I had multiplied those together and I got like 2x squared, it'd be 2, 6, 10. If I multiplied them together and I got 3x squared, that would be 3, 9, 15. So right one up 1, left one up 1, right one up 3, left one up 3. Okay, so if if you have these factored out, and you'll see it on tonight's homework, if they're factored out and you can find the axis of symmetry, the x component of the vertex becoming a whole number, which in this case it is, -2 is a whole number, right? It's not a fraction. Then you can start dealing with your pattern graph. Okay? So, I don't even know what page I'm on. What is this? What is the top of these notes? QF5? 5. All right, so we are going to skip page 63 and 64. Skip that. You're actually going to do GQF number 6, which is page 65 and 66. There are 8 problems. Now, hey, my friends, I'm going to do this. I am going to, because we don't meet as a class on Monday in the remote thing. It's like a day that you don't have to log in. I will go over all 8 of those problems in a video, and I'll post it on Schoology. That means Tuesday or Wednesday, depending upon your cohort, when you come to school, I would have already gone over those problems. And I'm just going to check them off. I will not go over questions. Watch the video that I post on Monday. Yeah. No, it's a regular week, except Monday you don't have to meet me. Does that make sense? And then Tuesday and Thursday you would have me, or Wednesday or Friday, depending on your cohort. All right. So everyone know what you need to work on? Okay.